I've come to Stanley Park in Liverpool, in between Goodison Park and Anfield, home of one of the biggest derbies in English football, and I'm going to chat to Everton's Megan Finnigan and Liverpool's Taylor Hinds. So Taylor, we are in the shadows of Anfield just before the derby. How are you feeling ahead of a massive game?
Yeah, I can't wait. I think everyone's buzzing in the team and it's just going to be a great experience for everyone, especially the girls that haven't experienced it before playing at Anfield, so yeah, can't wait.
And what do you make of this rivalry? Because you've been at Everton for a really long time, since you were a kid, so it's changed a lot since you came to the club.
Yeah.
How big do you think it is now compared to when you first arrived?
You always knew of it, it was always massive, but in terms of the women's game, when I first came to Everton, Liverpool were kind of just, kind of getting started. Whereas where we are now, both clubs are really, at their peak in terms of competing within, what's one of the most competitive leagues in Europe.
Do you feel like this season is maybe the biggest the rivalry's ever been?
Yeah, I think so. I think Liverpool have obviously strengthened, from last season to now. So in terms of, how competitive their squad is from what I've faced in the past, I think this is definitely the most competitive squad that we'll face. And, where we are as a club, I think we're in, we've got a really good, talented young squad. So, like I say, it'll be a really feisty encounter, I'm sure.
You guys are coming into this off the back of 2 wins from 2. One of the best starts Liverpool have had recently. They didn't have 2 consecutive wins last season, so it must feel different as well because you're coming into it feeling really confident.
Yeah, definitely. I think it gives us more confidence as a team, and it's not just getting those 3 points as well. Our performances have actually been really good as well, so I think, yeah, it's just that motivation that you need really, especially at the start of the season.
In recent seasons, you guys have a pretty good record against Liverpool, so have you tried to sort of get some of that energy into some of the new players as well, who maybe aren't familiar with that history and that rivalry?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, if those that don't know about the Merseyside Derby, they'll quickly, know on Sunday. But for players like myself, Lucy Hope, who've, had experience playing in quite a few, it's up to us to make sure they're up for it and they're ready.
You've played in a few of these derbies now. Have you spoken to some of the new girls about what to expect?
They may have played big games in other teams as well and for their countries and stuff. But yeah, I think there's nothing quite like a derby, is there really? So yeah, just not putting pressure on ourselves.
And Matt Beard, obviously he's such a popular character and coach across the league. What's he like to work with?
You can see it on the sideline, he is passionate, but that it's also a positive as well, because it just shows how much he loves the game and how much he wants us to do well and not just win, perform well as well. And I think it's just that passion, that fire, and I think that probably goes into us as a team as well.
Taylor Hinds at Liverpool, good friend of yours. How do you do your friendship in a derby weekend? How do you manage it?
I think it'll be special for me and Tay, obviously, on Sunday, both leading out the side. But in the moment, it's just another game to us, and she's just another person on the team. Whereas in real life, obviously, she's my best friend, but it's just one of those things in football, you have to just put that to the side.
It's going to be a weird experience, and it always is when you play against your mates anyway, but yeah, we're not going to really speak before. We haven't really spoken so far this year either, this season. So yeah, but then I'll meet up with her after, but before the game, no talking at all.
Yeah, we've got dinner plans next week, so
we'll see what happens.
We'll see how that goes, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.